these are messages. These are all messages that Skip sent me like since last night. Right? And then I wrote a post about him at WordPress and published it saying, you know, well, I can show it to you. This is what I called it. And this is what it said. And then this is what he said, and hopefully that'll be the last of Skip. Hopefully that'll be the last of him. I guess we can look at some of the things he said. You know, they're really. I mean, it's all just really just a bunch of crap, though. It's just a bunch of nonsense. I don't know what. Should I say something other than that? Dr. Phil, you know, it'd be nice if people would stop talking about other people. You know, altogether when they don't have to, you know, and especially stalkers writing to me, you know. And then this Tad Hale, his name isn't spelled that way. Tad Hale is like a multimillionaire, which I did not know about him for quite a while actually after I first met him. I mean, I had no idea, and certainly during the time when that just it was like kind of just a few weeks that we spent kind of, you know, just like sort of whatever it was. I did not know. I didn't know for like a year, at least a year, that he was like an heir to like millions and millions of dollars. And he's never had to worry about money at all. And so this is kind of a funny statement. His daughter never wrote to me. That was someone who was pretending to be him, who was totally obscene and horrifying. And I will tell you, you know, I mean, these are people who I never ever treated anybody ever the way the conglomerate treated me, right? And all sorts of people showed up to say bad things about me, and whether or not they knew that I was going to get treated the way that I did, because, you know, they added you know, fuel to just sort of this really sickening group bullying effort. I can't really know how they feel about what they've done to me, you know, and how the things that they had to say about me were things that the conglomerate just took and just manipulated to try to support its agenda, because I was saying things about its agenda. I mean, everybody has something in their past that they wish were not the way it is, you know, and I certainly, you know, am no exception to that. I was not talking about repressing feelings. I was talking and I'm not doing that. That is not what I said, you know. And I hope your apology was, you know, a sincere one. But, you know, you've said things like that before, and you haven't left me alone after that. So I can't be sure that it is. I mean, this is ridiculous. I've never met you, and you know that. It's disgusting. Yeah, well, that really, you know, I mean, first of all, I have never met you, and hopefully I never will meet you. And then, you know, this is really not the kind of thing that you can actually really do in a mental hospital. All right, in the padded rooms, as far as I don't think I've ever seen a padded room, you know, but like seclusion rooms have cameras in them so that they can watch the people who are in them, make sure they don't hurt themselves, that kind of thing. This I don't need your help. I don't need your help. If I have a problem with the computer, I will find some other way to deal with it than you know, following advice from someone who's stalking me. You know, the only thing I want you to do is leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Right, and then Zoxim wrote to me again. You know, and you know that's not true. You know it's not true. Right? That is not true. I am not harassed. That, you know what? They're stalking me. They are stalking me. Yes, there are cameras in my apartment. I know how it is that someone can just show up like this, you know, month after month and lie about this. And yet, you know, and the fact of the matter is that all sorts of people do lie about this. All sorts of people are lying about this. Right? They will lie to my face. Yeah, it's a joke on the internet. I get that. But the fact of the matter is that even people who know that everything that I'm saying is the truth, they think I'm a joke too. right? Because they're misogynists and they want to have sex with kids, right? And they're sure I'm going to lose, and they may be right. They may be right that I'm going to lose. It may be the women are going to get turned permanently into second-class citizens. The wet floor signs are never going to go away. The caution codes are never going to go away. People like you are never going to go away, right? And child molestation is going to be made legal, and all sorts of other really terrible things are going to happen, right? And the people who are causing it to happen will just keep laughing about it, for the rest of their lives and the rest of my life. Right? That in fact could be. But I will tell you something else, and I have said this before, and you have not been listening, I guess. I have already said the opinion of people like you doesn't mean anything to me, right? The fact that you stalk me is what the problem is, right? And my not being able to live a normal life. Maybe you are someone who is like petrified of being laughed at, but I'm not one of those people. I just don't care what ignorant and or evil people think about me. What I care about is their ability to, prevent me from having a normal life, and that's what the conglomerate has done to me. So you're never going to scare me by saying, oh, people are laughing at you, because I already knew that. They've been doing it from the beginning. It's not news to me. Trust me. And then he wrote to me again because it's because I've designated these messages as spam here. Okay, well let's you know what look at this. Yes, it's all a psychotic break. Everything that's happened, of course, is not real, and I thought of it all, and I'm just in the midst of a psychotic break. Look at this. Look at this person. Look at that. And yet, in fact, I have gotten this sort of attitude from all sorts of people, even people who are supposed to be able to, even people whose job it is to help me. I have gotten this kind of attitude, and I don't most of the time don't even really talk to them about what's happening. I don't even really talk to them about it, and yet they treat me like this. I can get no relief whatsoever from the constant pressure, of my life. I cannot get any relief from it whatsoever. And then here's Laura Romer. And in fact, I just get attacked. I get attacked. I get attacked even when I'm at my most vulnerable. I do. Laura Romer. I wrote this post tonight. Which I thought was pretty reasonable. And she wrote to me saying this. Why don't you just get your own blog then? I've suggested that before. Get your own blog. You can publish all the pictures of yourself that you want to, showing all of your fabulous fashion decisions, right? And I suppose you'll also be free to say a number of nasty things about me. But writing to me the way you do is harassment. Look at this.